Hello and welcome to today's session. Today we're going to go for a little bit more of a calming, de-stressing kind of a class. So we're hoping to just bring down any stress levels. We're stretching out and we're just going to make the body feel relaxed. So let's get started, sitting any way that's comfortable. We're going to start by taking a big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're going to breathe in. This time we're going to hold it. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to see if we can inhale for 4. We're going to hold for 5. And we're going to exhale for 7. We're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold for 5. And we're going to exhale for 7. And then we're just going to take a big deep breath in. Big breath out. And we'll come into some mobility. So we're going to start with the head. We're exhaling as we turn to look over one shoulder. We're breathing in to bring it back. We're exhaling to the other side. We're inhaling to bring it back. We'll do one more each side. Exhaling to turn. Inhaling to center. And exhaling to the other side. Bringing it back. We're going to reach the hands up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, letting them come down really slowly. See if you can do it as slow as humanly possible. And then we're going to go again. So breathing in, lifting up. And then exhale, bringing the arms out really, really slowly. That's it. And then letting the arms come back down. And we're going to come down to lying on the mat from here. So we're going to start off on our back. So we're going to have the feet flat on the floor. The arms are down by our side. And we're just going to start with a few pelvic tilts. So for this one, we're thinking about arching the back up away from the mat. So we're tilting the pelvis up. And then we're flattening the back down, tilting the pelvis the other way. So we're really rolling through the pelvis at the hips here. So we're rocking backwards and forwards. So we're massaging out at the lower back, getting a bit of movement. And then bringing it back to neutral. From here, we're going to bring the knees up into the chest and we're just going to hug them in. And we're just going to rock from side to side. So we're letting the body stretch out. And I really want you to think about your breathing on this whole class. We're really breathing in deeply through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And then we're just going to let the feet come back down onto the floor. We're going to reach the hands up towards the ceiling. And we're going to exhale. We're going to open the arms out so the backs of the hands are coming down to the floor. I'm going to take a big deep breath in here. And exhale. Inhale, reaching the hands up towards the ceiling. And exhale, opening the arms out once more, letting the hands come down to the floor. We're going to stay here just for a few breaths. We're going to breathe in through the nose. Imagining your shoulders melting into the floor. Feeling your chest open. And then breathing in, bringing the arms back up to the ceiling. And then we're just going to let the arms come down by our sides again. We're going to come into a little glute stretch from here. So we're going to bring one ankle over the opposite knee. And you can stay here just pushing that bent knee away if that's enough of a stretch. Or you can lace your hands behind the supporting legs. You're bringing the knee and the ankle in towards your chest. Really imagining that muscle relaxing and melting and letting go. And then we're going to release, bringing that leg back down to the floor. We're going to uncross. We'll do the same to the other side. So we're crossing the opposite foot over the opposite knee. We can stay here pushing that knee away, Or if you want to, you can lace your hands behind the supporting leg, bringing the knee and ankle in towards your chest. And then letting that foot come back down, and we're going to uncross the legs. We're going to reach the hands up towards the ceiling. We're going to let knees go one way, arms go the other. So we're coming into a little twist, so we're letting them drop down towards the floor. So we're really twisting through the spine. Breathing deeply. And then breathing in to bring it back up to the centre. And exhaling, bringing it to the other side. And inhaling to bring it back up. We're going to let the arms come back down. This time we're going to cross the legs, a bit like what you do in seated. And we're going to let that top foot, the leg that's crossed over the leg, is going to drop down towards the floor. So we're twisting ever so slightly. Feeling a bit of a stretch through the hips, through the glutes. And then we're uncrossing, bringing it back up, taking that leg off. We're going to go to the opposite side. So we're going to cross the legs. We're going to let this top leg, the foot is going to drop down towards the floor. So we're feeling a little bit of a rotation. Stretching through the hips and the glutes. And then we're going to bring it back up to centre. And we're going to uncross the legs. From here, we're going to roll over onto our tummy. So we're coming down to lie on our front. We're going to take the hands directly under the shoulders. We're going to have our feet about hip width apart. We're going to come into a little cobra from here. So we're thinking about pushing the hands into the floor as the head and the chest lift away from the mat. And then we're coming back down. And we're going to go again. So we're pushing the hands into the floor, the head and the chest are lifting up. And we're thinking about keeping length through the chest here. So we're opening through the collarbones, bringing it back down. Lovely. I'm just going to let the head rest on the floor. We're going to take the hands away. We're going to take them behind our back. We're going to clasp the fingers and just letting them rest wherever is comfortable. And from here, we're going to bend one knee. So we're bringing the heel in towards the glute. And we're going to bounce for 2, 3, 4. We're going to straighten. And we'll do the same to the other side. So we're bringing that heel in towards the glute. And we're going to bounce for 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to straighten. We're going to do one more each side. So we're bringing the opposite heel back in towards the glute. Going to bounce 2, 3, 4, 5. Straightening that leg. And the same to the other side. We're bringing the heel in 2, 3, 4, 5. Straightening that leg out. This time we're going to lift the hands up off the body. We're lifting the head and the chest away from the mat. So we're coming up into a bit of an extension. I want you to imagine there's a piece of string on the top of your head. So your head is being pulled forward while your hands are being pulled up and back. So really reaching as if you're reaching your hands towards your feet. Feeling that nice stretch through the chest, through the back. And then bringing it back down. Letting the head rest on the floor. We're going to unclasp the hands. And this time we're going to bend that foot again. So we're bringing the heel in towards the glute. I want you to reach back and see if you can grab whatever is accessible. So it might be your trouser leg, might be the heel, might be the foot or the ankle. We're coming into a little bit of a quad stretch here. So just bringing whatever you can in towards the body. Feeling that stretch through the quad. And then we're going to let go, straightening that leg. And we'll do the same to the other side. So we're bending the other leg, bringing the heel in towards the glute. And again, we're going to grab for whatever accessible, whether it's your trouser leg, your ankle, or your foot. And we're feeling that stretch through the front of the thigh. and release. We're going to take the hands back under the shoulders. We're going to push ourselves up into 4-point kneeling. And we're going to go for a few cat-cows from here. So we're going to let the belly drop down towards the floor. We're lifting the gaze up. So we're really arching the back. And then we're going to drop the gaze down. We're rounding through the spine. Tucking the pelvis under. And then we're going to go the other way. So we're letting the belly drop down. The gaze is lifting up. And then once more, going the other way. Letting the head come down. Rounding through the spine. Bringing it back to neutral. And we're going to sit back into a little child's pose. So we're letting the hips come back to the heels. We're letting the upper body melt forward. And letting it sink slowly into the mat. And then we're just going to walk fingertips over to one side of the mat. So we're adding in a little bit of a side stretch. And then we're walking the hands over to the other side. And then we're going to bring it back to the center. And we're going to slowly roll up through the spine. So we're sliding the hands along the floor as we slowly roll one vertebrae at a time so that your head is the very last thing to come up. I'm going to do a few shoulder rolls here. Letting the shoulders come up, back and down. And then we're going to go the opposite way. So keeping the hands on the legs, we're going to tuck the chin down and we're slowly rolling through the spine. So when you think about moving one vertebrae at a time, so we're really getting lots of movement through the spine, reaching the hands forward. And we're melting down. And again, we're going to start to roll back up. So we're sliding the hands along the floor. Coming back up to sitting so that your head is the very last thing to come up. I'm just going to sit however is comfortable here. So you can sit kneeling, cross-legged, or you can bring your legs out in front. We're going to take our hands, turning the palms facing up, and just letting them rest on your thighs or your knees, depending on how you're sitting. I'm just going to take a few big deep breaths in here. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we're going to let the ear drop down towards the shoulder, so feeling that stretch through the side of the neck. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in to bring it back up. Exhaling to the other side. We're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bringing it back up. We're going to bring the hands up overhead, so we're reaching the hands up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to exhale, going really slowly, bringing them out. And then we're going to keep the palms facing forward. And again, we're going to come into this little head tilt. So we're letting the ear come down to the shoulder. We're bringing it back up. And we're exhaling to the other side. Bringing it back. And then this time we're going to drop the chin down to the chest. We're feeling a stretch at the back of the neck. Going to inhale to return. We're going to tuck it down once more, dropping the chin down, feeling the stretch at the back of the neck. We're going to bring it back up. And this time we're going to take it just past parallel. So we're just going to lift the head ever so slightly. So we're just looking up towards the ceiling. Bringing it back. And once more lifting up. And then bringing it back to parallel. And then we're just going to take the hands to the front and we're just going to clasp them. Any final shoulder rolls or any final movements that feel good for the body. And hopefully you're feeling very calm and very chilled after that session. And I really hope you enjoyed the class. I will see you again very shortly for the next one. Thank you so much.